Hello guys, good evening and welcome to the season opener here for season number 4 in the Liga Europe. We're here with another brand new division, Division 5, and just as I was about to start we had a wild LOE Mark joining us. How are you doing, Mark?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. I'm just, still a bit sweaty from the race. These guys are lucky they're doing it an hour and 20 minutes when it's a bit cooler.
Oh, man, it was horrible.
Yeah, but it's it's nice and it's cooled down a tiny bit now. So hopefully, these guys aren't too uncomfortable.
Yeah, and looking at the weather that we got here in qualifying, it's a bit overcast, and that could play a little bit of a spanner in the works with potential droplets of rain.
Yeah, I don't know. Do we know the race weather at all? Or...
I don't think so. I'm gonna pull up the stream and see if anyone is gonna let us know and be nice to us.
That would be lovely.
Right, no comments yet, but hopefully we'll have someone in to let us know what the conditions are going to be. Now, I don't know about you, but I found just getting a lap together at this circuit is hard enough, never mind a quick and competitive one.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's what you, especially down here, I think, you know, where the time is, there is going to be one or two really, as Craig is out, just following up with Craigie, he's lost it around the 11-12, and that's kind of what we were talking about. It's set a lap that's, you know, 6 or 7 tenths off what you're probably aiming for. But you know, if you can go quicker, you can go quicker, great. But just get a lap in, get a delta in, and don't end up like Craigie. I suppose that's the summary of it. Yeah,
that's going to be the issue for a lot of guys. A lot of guys also out on the, well, a few guys out on the mediums, which I'm a little bit surprised at.
Yeah, I mean, there could well be. I'm wondering if there could be some kind of issues with the rain. I don't know if that's going to factor in. I doubt it because there's not too many of them doing it. But yeah, Ryan with a very competitive time. Martin Bosnia not so much.
He is on the... Oh, he's on the softs. I thought he was on the mediums. Oh, no, I suppose Recon who's on the mediums.
Yeah, we've got a couple of interesting teams. We've got the 2 Americans. Alt Maverick, I do feel for him after commentating, jumping straight in. It's never going to be easy. But the 2 American guys, really like that team. I want to see quite a bit from them. But I think the favourite, really, that we know of will be probably the Mercedes guys. Obviously we've seen a lot of pace from Ryan B, and obviously Dutchface has just been kind of dropped down to D5. So they should be, much as real life, the favourites.
Yep, I couldn't agree more with that, especially with you know, the fact that we know Ryan B's been very quick in pre-season. Like, Dutchface has struggled in the higher lobbies, but he should find it a bit easier now in the D5 lobbies. I'm not sure, did he race in the pre-season for D5 or was it D4?
He was in D4 and he's taken off a lot of assists. Not ever been the quickest guy, and I'm sure he won't mind me saying that. Really good addition to the league. He's been driving with us for quite a while, and I just think he's going to find it more comfy down here. And also, you know, if he is on the top end of it, I don't really mind, because the thing is, he's been with us a while. He's earned his stripes. He's always kind of been in the midfields in all of his divisions, so kind of deserves a bit of a crack at a title, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I thought he was going to do a podium version of what IMCR's doing, you know, going for a win in every single division. Yeah. I think my Dutchface has got a podium. Oh, as he spins it out of turn, I believe that's 8 and 9.
easy
chicane
to do.
for the second sector split. Just lost it on traction.
So some of these times are interesting. If we look at Ghost on the mediums and Stephen Roebuck, they could well find a lot of time, I suspect. Ryan is obviously kind of in a bit of a league of his own as we have someone around. I think, is that Dutch Face again?
No, that is a Haas and that is Ghost Recon. Got himself going again, but it's not what he's going to want now, and he really just wants to keep those laps coming in.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Mikey finally got his rig.
I don't know what rig they're on about.
I think they're on about DJ Mikey. I suspect as we have yellow flags again. There's people just getting out of the way.
Yeah, there's a Mercedes, and I think that is, that's Mike Dutch's getting out of the way of people.
So Caesar is a Caesar. Ghost Recon is not on a lap in anger, but I think Dave is. No, and he's backed out. So not the action-packed kind of middle section of the qualifying that we kind of always hope we get, but invariably don't. It's kind of a natural lull. These guys will probably want to get out within kind of 8-9 minutes. So they're probably 9.
Ibo
so they can have...
is a legend. This is why we love Ibo. In the stream, says it's going to be a dry race. Nice and sunny.
Good. I don't think anyone really wants rain in the first race of the season. Not as you mean to go on.
I mean, I remember what it was like last season. In D3, it was horrible. But anyone who's just starting a lap, I think, yep, Jordan JT just gearing himself up for a lap. He's going to be one who's going to be looking to take a bit of a step forward from last season, because he was in the midfield at the end of last season in D4, so he's going to be wanting to maybe take that extra step forward this time out.
Yeah, absolutely. I think big the guys really from experience of this races now would be don't push too hard, getting with them. It's so easy to lose a win in the first few laps. Once a will, invariably they do. Everybody's been very slow. I'm not entirely sure what he's up to there. Dave should be now. Since he's finishing an hour, man. Apologies, I'm all over the show list.
Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it?
The bad sorts, and we've got dashboard up right in that. See that. And Jord as well.
Yeah, Jordan coming to line as Aquaplaning, pushing a provisional pull lap of a 20.4.
Great lap. Very good. Jord looking like a 21 to me.
It's still an improvement, I think you'll take it.
Yeah, 29.6. Good lap from him. Where is our man Alt Maverick? In an out lap.
He's on a flyer. Oh, he's just started a flyer. Oh, stay on board with Alt Maverick to see what he can do. I know a pretty competitive first sector is like a 26 point... I'd say a 26.6 in D5.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see.
Two lads that are... He's not out of it, and he's not set a lap, so... The big thing for him, I mean, he'll be fine to get back round, but if I was him, I'd just want to be setting any kind of lap here.
Yeah, he does have a little bit of traffic of flip to negotiate, and I think he may have just slightly tapped the wall slightly there. So hopefully he hasn't picked up no wing damage. He seems alright.
Lovely through 11 and 12. That's really committed. That should gain him some nice time.
Now, what's your opinion of the that particular corner there that Alt Maverick's just gone through? Do you think the track limits are a bit stupid there?
Tiny bit. I mean, oh, he might have invalidated. No, it's still counted. 21.2. Good lap. We've got Swip obviously coming over to start his lap now. Now he's in a real rock and hard place. He's kind of got to go quite hard here, in my opinion, because he's not going to get 2 runs. But he could go hell for leather on this run, and if he invalidates turn 1 or turn 11, turn 12, he can jump back in the pits and then have one last stab at it. But he can't. He's certainly not going to get 2 runs from 6 minutes out.
No, I mean, he may have fueled up for 2 runs, so he might be able to have a nice little cool down lap and then go again, but I can't see him having a flying lap, in lap, and then getting a new set of tyres on and coming back out. Although he might have time, to be fair. 1 minute 20.
Yeah, potentially. It's going to be very, very tight, but 26.6 is the time you're looking for. He's got 26.8. He's massively improving his Swip as he comes through into Sector 2. This is where you make your time. Just this kind of... This chicane you can get a lot out of here. Takes a wide line through there. He doesn't hug the side. That's going to cost him just unnecessary time. 11 and 12 was obviously the trickiest, I think.
You didn't notice it, but Niles up in the 3rd. We're at 20.57, just 100th of a second behind Ryan B.
Great lap from him. Very good lap. The Swip. This looks quite tidy. This definitely looks quite tidy. Into 2nd gear, into the 2nd last, kind of shifting up so you don't get over-rotate the tyres. I think this is going to be a 21 something.
That's top 10, so you'll be happy with that. And I think he will have just enough time to get back into the pits.
Yeah, it's going to be real tight. Real tight for that guy. Dave comes in. All of these guys will be fine to get another lap in.
I wonder what Aquaplaning is going to do, because he's on his out lap now, but you'll probably find that when he comes around to start his flying lap, everyone will be just about leaving the pit lane.
Yeah, that's the problem. If I was him, I'd slow right down. Jasper up to 11th. Good lap from him. He's getting used to his no assist journey. That's not a bad time at all.
United Bosnia has just started a lap. He's another one who... He's almost no assist. The only assist he uses is ABS.
Yeah.
So he could be another one to keep an eye on. Maybe the battle of the no-line assist users between him and Jasper over the season. And Slayer for that matter.
Bosnia for me would be one of the favourites for a title run here. Certainly I think he'll be in and around it. So it will be very interesting to see. You can't, it's a long season, but you don't ever want to look back, as I think Victor's just jumps up to 4th there. Great lap. You don't want to look back.
2nd to 4th.
Crazy, yeah. I mean, less than 200s. But yeah, you don't want to look back at Australia as the first race of the season, as he invalidates, and that will be that. He won't be getting back out unless he's fueled up.
No, he's already got the fuel light.
Yeah, he's done. He's done for the day.
Well, I was going to say about United Bosnia, I've done a bit of practice with him, and I know that he's capable of a 20.2, a 20.1. I've seen him do it, so that's going to be a big shame for him being 9/10 off what he potentially could have done.
Yeah, most definitely. So we've got the guys. Ghost has put two laps on those tyres. That's not wise in my eyes. What have we got? What are guys coming around?
Well, we've got Smitsky in the final sector, marginally up on his time right now. And Smitsky's the man who's going to be looking for a big season this year.
Yeah, I was about to say, you know, we predicted big things from him, and he's shot into the pits. We predicted big things from last season, whereas this season he's kind of going under the radar, so quite interested actually. See how that difference in pressure kind of changes things. As Ibo is flying around on these mediums, not sure the logic of it. Oh, as Flip Nam Sram gets in the way slightly of Aquaplaning, who's on a red lap anyway. But yeah, that wasn't too tiny at all.
I just went on board with Ryan as he came to the end of the first sector. He is purple, and in the second sector he's 2/10 up.
Ghost is going to jump Bosnia here. He does.
Oh, what has gone on there? At the end of the DRS straight, absolute carnage.
Oh,
McLaren,
no.
Red Bull. Lucky Ghostin is on for Ryan B there to be fair, but he is being slightly held up by Dave as they come for the final corner. But what's this going to be?
Massive traffic jam. Massive traffic jam. They're all trying to make it to the over the line last.
He has put it on pole, but he knows he's lost a lot of time there.
And they all get round as Mikey hits. Perhaps he missed it then. Maybe Mikey actually missed out. I'm not entirely sure, but
yeah, I think he did. But with Aquaplaning out, Invictus in the pits, Smitsky in the pits, all eyes on Niles now, who's 3/10 down in sector 1.
Svenos Dios, could he do anything? Looks to be quite... Oh, he's invalidated, and that's that from him. Ghost is still flying around. He's putting a lot of wear on those tyres. You do not want to be doing that. This is not a track where you can get away with, in my opinion, having two laps on them at all. As Flipnam Sram is coming around, he needs to set a time. He is going to set a time. We don't know what it's going to be.
So the line he'll go.
Jumps ahead of Ibo. Dave, 21.8 doesn't improve. INL Nils hits. Twip runs wide, doesn't invalidate. Unbelievably, this looks okay. Not quick enough. A lot of pitters.
Jasper into the pits, and I think Jordan's in as well.
This it?
Yep, that's it.
There's a Red Bull flying around somewhere. Yeah, that's it, that's it. That is it. So, in the end, we missed out Invictus. We kind of, you know, we were. I think a lot of people were fearing this would be the Ryan B show. He has put it on pole, but it's going to be competitive. I think, judging from those times.
Yeah, he may not have it his own way, and it's one thing to be quick in qualifying, it's another thing to be quick in the race.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, I think I was even just in the race we was just in. My quality pace was good. My race pace was terrible, and that kind of it put me in a false position. And I think that can actually happen to a lot of people sometimes up and down the grid.
I didn't have that problem, Mark.
Where did you come?
Third.
You come third. Oh, fair play. Nice one.
Qualified second and finished on the line second, but dropped the third on penalties.
Oof. Oof. So, let's have a look.
I think Invictus crossing the line now will just end the session. Maybe?
Yes. Svenos Dios, yeah, I don't know why it does this. It's not as good as just jumping. So I'm just looking at the D5 chat. Svenos Dios, I went wide last sector, last on a really good lap, and Cloudy says awful collie.
Right, well, I'll quickly run everyone through the order. So we got Ryan B on pole, 200ths of a second separating him and second place DRS Aqua Planning. Niles and Invictus lock out the second row with Smitsky and Ghost Recon, the LOE veterans on the third row. United Bosnia Alt Maverick on the fourth row, Sven and Svip on the fifth row, rounding out the top 10. And outside the top 10 we have Dave, Jasper, Jordan, Stephen, DJ Mikey, Muck Dutchface, Cloudy Cloud, Flip, Sir Ibo, and at the back of the grid we will have Craigie.
So DJ got a 5 place pen. Be interesting. I really like the chances of Dave's race here, and Jasper's. If Jasper can keep it on track, because I know that he's still getting used to his wheel, starting on a reverse strategy potentially might not be the worst idea. As we have Frankie in the chat. Hello, Frankie. He's looking out for his son Jasper, and he's always a loyal fan and follows him around. He's like Jasper's own mini kind of a Orange army. But yeah, and there's another comment here from Rogue Ghost. Still not enough. So Ghost people are not happy. He's not happy. He's not happy at all. But there's plenty of time in the race. This feels like a long race as well. So I hope we're not getting any issues. That'd be good.
Well, I've been saying this all week. First race of the season is all about survival.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I'm just going to quickly go through a comfort break, and I'll be back in a sec. Hopefully I won't...
Alright, no worries. But outside the top 10, interesting choice of strategy outside the top 10 here. With Dave opting for the hard compound tyres, Jasper on the softs, Jordan on the hards, Stephen on the mediums, Mike Dutchface on the hards, and then we got soft tyres on Cloudy Cloud, Philip, Sir Ibo, Craigie, and then at the back, after serving his 5-place grid drop, DJ Mikey on the medium compound tyres. So I just saw a new comment pop in, and we'll quickly get that up a sec. As everyone comes around on the formation lap. So we got support for DJ Mikey, and we've also got Frankie hoping for a good race for Jasper, and I hope for a good race for Jasper too, because what he's doing is not an easy thing to do. It will take time, but he will eventually get there.
Are you on about me and my comfort break?
No, I was on about Jasper.
Right, I'll allow you the honours to get us going for our first ever D5 race.
Yep, and this is shaping up to be a fantastic one, as we are waiting for DJ Mikey to take his grid spot to round off the 20-man grid here to start the new race of the new season of the new division. And here we go now, as those 5 red lights come on. Lights are out and we are underway, and it looks like a very good start there for Ryan B, but we have the nice little glitch on the time screens, as we got absolute carnage in the background. Ibo, I believe, managed to escape that without any damage, but there's got to be a few front wings gone there, as we actually got someone around. Cloudy.
Yeah, Cloudy. I think it's Cloudy and Craigie that went round. We're fighting. Oh, there's absolute carnage at the front.
Oh my
absolute
God.
carnage.
We have Jasper facing the wrong way.
Yeah, this game. I wish it would sort itself out a little bit at the moment because it's really tough because we don't have a clue who's where. We have a Mercedes up front, which I would suggest is likely Ryan.
I think that is the order now. It's stopped with Ryan B on first, so that's got to be the order.
So let's pick the bones out of this. Position changes. Cloudy and Jasper not doing very well. DJ Mikey with a great start, up 6 places, and Flip up 4. Let's get back underway.
Oh, great side-by-side action there with Craigie and Jasper. I tell you what, this is going to be interesting because both Cloudy and Jasper are going to want to get back to the pits as Ivo's lost it on the exit of turn 12. So they're going to be fighting to get into the pits first.
Yeah, absolutely. Big gaps. United Bosnians and Alt Maverick are in the box. So it'll be interesting to see what they do now. Do they 2-stop? Because I don't think the hard might last. Really marginal. You would need a bit of luck. You'd need some SCs. You'd need some VSCs to kind of calm everything down. They do stick the hards on, so Maverick does anyway. Very interesting. It'll be a big change in strategies here. It's half the grid near enough as pit on the first lap.
McDutch face swoops to the inside, but doesn't make the move stick on DJ Mikey. But yeah, half the grid in the pits at the end of lap 1, and me personally, if I had to pit lap 1, it would have been medium.
It's a real tough ask. I mean, it's a real tough ask for these guys. Unless there's a late SC, they'll get out of jail and they can have a free soft pit stop, but it's going to be a big ask.
Yeah, I mean, for Alt Maverick and United Bosnia, who came into the pits, they may have an opportunity to catch up to McDutch Face and maybe battle for 8, but that is a big gap between McDutch Face and Sven.
We're almost talking about some people near enough being lapped already. You know, like, this is crazy. It's really spread the field out horribly. This is a commentator's nightmare.
Well, the one thing that's important, we do still have the top 6 all within DRS of each other.
That's true. That should concertina up a bit, you would think. Cloudy looks to have the pace on DJ Mikey, so this is an interesting battle.
Those fresher soft tyres. Actually, no, the same life. Why is the tyre delta showing me that the mediums are 0 laps old?
Oh, it's. I think when someone seems to pit onto the same compound, it switches that info to that compound, if that makes sense. A bit bizarre.
Picking up a penalty, and Cloudy going wide there on the exit of turn 5.
So we are looking at an interesting situation. A lot of the guys, so you've got Dave and Swip and Jordan and Flip that have elected for the 2-stop. I think that's wise. And then the other guys have elected for a very hopeful, very conservative 1-stop. They need to be looking after their tyres so much to make that work.
Yeah, the good thing about the hards though is that they are incredibly consistent.
Yeah. Yeah, very true. But Aqua now is starting to get closer to Ryan by virtue of that DRS. Neil's just staying in. Ghost and Invictus. Ooh, we've got yellow. Oh, we've got a Mercedes round up. It must be with Dutch face.
I've been a good opening couple of laps on McDutch race.
It's not got any wing damage, so you can kind of crack on. Yeah, the SC is Ghost with it. Oh, DRS Aquaplaning's out!
Oh my god.
He's completely lost it. Completely lost it. Yeah, just so it's quite easy to do under traction. He's got a bit greedy. I don't know, maybe something happened with Ryan. We don't know. But that is a terrible, terrible start for him to his season. One of the people you would definitely think would be in the title race.
I mean, as you were saying, it's so easy to drop it there. It's one of those underrated corners for causing DNFs, that one. Because everyone always looks at turn 12 as being the main one to focus on.
Is Ryan going to get...
Ooh, Craigie.
Yeah, for speeding. Are we back racing? We are. Not quite the right opportunity there to take advantage of the pits, but Sven Dios does anyway.
Invictus down the inside of Ghost Recon for third place. Got a great restart, and Invictus now up into that podium position. And that might open things up for Smitsky to have a look.
Svenos is going to get a beast undercut here. He's come out obviously way ahead of everyone else. Invictus has lost it somewhere. He's got damage. He's leaking around. Ghost has obviously come back through. Smitsky's back through. And Invictus just now needs to just nurse this car home. He should, if he's a bit, gets on the gas a bit, he should come out somewhere between Svenos Dios and Cloudy Cloud, but he will need to get a move on. He does not want to get in that gang. Because we have someone round, I believe that's Craigie. Craigie's just DNF'd.
I'm not sure if he is going to come out between those two. That's 20 seconds. I think with the front wing change, he's looking at a 25-26 second stop.
Yeah, he's slowed way down. He's lost right off the back of Smitsky. He could have potentially... He's really limping around. Like, I mean, don't be wrong. I know it looks like he's got red wing on the outside. So,
well, DJ Mikey also has a bit of front wing damage. I just saw that as he understeered through 11 and 12. He needs to be a bit careful. And I think Invictus must have lost it on that curve on the exit of turn 4. Just running a bit too deep and hitting the wall on the exit. Looking at that damage.
Oh, that's Swib. There's someone that's lost it. Is it Flipnam Saram? Yeah, Flipnam Saram was in the wall very briefly, and he's going to about to be lapped. A nightmare start for him. Can we just point out that Ibo is 9th?
The man, the myth, the legend. Come on, Ibo. I really want to see Ibo get his first podium. I just want to see it.
I completely rule it out, to be fair. Swip right on the back of Dave here. This is for the minor placings, but in some ways it's not, because these guys are going to be running deep, I think, in this race. So these guys just need to keep their nose out of trouble.
And an interesting call from Invictus, looking to make up as much time as possible. He's chucked on another set of softs.
Very aggressive. So he's looking to do soft medium. Could work, to be fair.
Could have got to the end though on hards from that distance.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Yeah, I think the hards is the natural state, so to speak.
Oh, Marvick makes his way past Ibo here on the DRS straight.
Now, if Ibo can keep this clean, he may well find himself in a decent spot. If you can just have a clean race, get round 29 laps, you might end up having a point.
Honestly, I find it unnerving not seeing Ibo in the Williams. That has been his car. I feel... Oh, he's actually lost it there on the exit of turn 1. He's hit that curb.
I've overcalled it. Get going, Ibo. You got gap.
Go on, Ibo.
There you go. The Dutch face. Dave gets past Sir Ibo. Has he got damage? Yeah, just crack on, man. Get going.
Problem is now those tyres are going to be absolutely screaming in agony.
Yeah, just needs to chuck it in lean for a bit. Keep it nice and steady. Dutch face looking very quick now on these hards. It's very impressive that he's right on the back of DJ Mikey when he was on a softer compound. These guys might end up getting stuck together because if he's got the pace, Smitsky pits early. Smitsky's going for quite a substantial undercut, and lap 8 is probably the natural time or potentially night for people to pit.
Yeah, anywhere from lap 8 to lap 10 is a good window to pit for the hards.
We did have Educk make it from lap 3, but we did have quite a few VSDs in D3. So not completely applicable in some ways.
Well, now we got Maverick looking at the back of DJ Mikey.
Pulls out, no, doesn't pull out. Didn't seem to have his DRS activated. I don't know. DJ Mikey made a mistake. He didn't seem to be a second behind him.
Well, he has got wing damage.
He's going to be crying out for an SC here. He wouldn't put him in a bad place because
Niles is in DRS now, as Ryan's into the pits.
Oh, that's a clever move. It's a clever move from Ryan. I don't think there's much need to take these to 9 laps. These tyres, and that's just solidified Ryan's lead. I think because, well, then again, you know, the softer hard gap is quite a big delta difference, especially on cold tyres. It will be interesting to see what happens here.
Yeah, Niles had the added benefit of having a double dose of DRS down the main straight and the turn 3. This will be interesting. Ryan B has come out in 3rd place and comfortably ahead of Smitsky.
Oh, Svenos is going to be crying. You can just see all these cars flying past him. And he's going to come out at the back. Probably just outside of DRS. So what's Niles doing? Niles is not using much of his overtake. Well, he is an overtake now. He is pushing to a degree, I think, but it's going to be really tight, I think. He's getting away from Ryan. He is actually getting away from Ryan. Ryan seems to be struggling a bit here. Dutchface is round, out of turn 4, I believe, and that's and he's got wing damage. Miserable for him. Miserable.
United Bosnia almost within.
Oh, and Dave! Dave kind of gets past him. I don't think he'd have had a clue he had damage.
Right, now this is going to be interesting. Ryan B coming for the final corner.
He seemed to. Oh.
It's going to get out.
It's going to be so close.
Close.
Oh, he's just done it. And in the end, it wasn't that close, really, in some senses, as we have yellows again. Jasper or Stevo, or there seems to be. Oh, Dutchface. Miserable. Really unfortunate for him. He's just he's understeering everywhere. Oh, George! Oh, the ghosting saved. That was so close. Well, I say close. I mean, there was contact, but the ghosting just completely stopped it.
Back up towards the front. Niles is back within DRS of Ryan B. So this should help him close in as much as possible.
Victus has dropped down. So, I mean, it's interesting. The top 4 are the top 4 in the sense of these were the guys that were doing well at the beginning. The undercuts, or sort of the reverse strategies, haven't worked because half the field seemed to get taken out in that midfield as Invictus picks up another pen. So this is going to be interesting. It's going to be a drive to the line, really, I think, between Nils and Ryan, realistically. I'll tell you one little part of this story. As we have someone round in Sector 2, I believe that's Ibo, it is Ibo. Ryan is on 2 warnings, and Nils is on none. Dutch Race having a miserable time. He's staying out. Or is he? I don't know. He just seems to have lost it completely. I think he had another spin. Looks right on his backside. Maybe he's moving out of the way.
Well, what we got right now, we've got a nice little battle for the lead between Ryan B and Niles. But also, we could potentially have a nice little battle for the final spot on the podium between Smitsky and Ghost Recon. Ghost is closing in ever so slightly.
Yeah, Smitsky's completely clean. Ghost has got a pen, but to be fair, I would probably say Ghost is looking slightly quicker, and there's a long way to go. So, by no means over.
Well, you've mentioned your support for the All-American team in the All-American team, and right now they're doing well in terms of constructor points, 4th and 5th.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, it's a very good result for these guys. Cloudy with another pen, I believe, as we have. Cloudy's round. He's DNF'd out of 12. Are we? Oh, not an SC.
There's a VSC.
I wanted an SC to spice this up a bit, but is anyone going to take advantage of this? As we have DJ Mikey's pits.
Yeah, that's smart. He's got wing damage, plus he can get a shortened pit stop.
Yeah, absolutely. Very clever from him. Victor's pits.
Picks up a 10.
Not ideal. Not ideal for him at all. It'd be interesting to see this gap between Ryan and Nils, because it's so hard to actually... It's something I'm quite weak at, to be honest with you, which is these staying close to the delta but not obviously going over it. I tend to be too conservative and I tend to lose half a second. This gap is kind of... Ooh.
Stephen picks up a drive-through. I'm not sure if... I'm not sure there was a name that popped up before Stevens.
Could it have been Nils? Because Nils really attacked that last corner. Second to last, I should say.
Yeah, it was.
Have a quick look.
It was.
It was. Wow. See, he just seemed to just overdo it going into that last corner. I think he tried to get greedy.
Oh,
he's round. Well, this is a nightmare. He's got a drive-through, and he's going to have to repair that wing. I mean, that's near enough.
Effectively taking him out of the race. He definitely needs a safety car now.
Oh, he's in a world of pain. I mean, my understanding is it will fix your wing first, before doing anything. Because the same happened to me in pre-season, so it will have to go in, fix the wing, fix the damage, and then go back round and then have one of 2 laps to do the drive-through.
Here's the question now. Would you go mediums from here?
Yes.
So
yeah, I think I would.
Mediums can get a little bit iffy after around 13 laps, but
I think the time difference is worth it. Oh, this is sad to watch. As Nils is really struggling.
United Bosnia, he picked himself up a 3-second time penalty and almost lost it coming out of turn 12.
Well, let's have a look here. We've got Smitsky, who's on a clean race. Still running clean. We have Ryan on 2 warnings, so it's not completely out of the question. If Ryan makes a mistake, a small mistake, and potentially has a couple of a few more warnings, we're not even halfway through this race, and we've got Ghost as well, who's cracking on nicely. It's not over at the front.
It's to quote one of your comms from a few seasons ago, it's marinating nicely.
Victor Snell on the back of Stephen Roebuck. Stephen's had a very quiet race. I think he got damage early, but he's kind of just cracking on. I fancy Stephen to pick up a good few points here.
He did pick up that drive-through though.
Oh, he did, yeah. Has he not? I don't think he's served it yet, has he?
I don't think so, but there goes Invictus down the inside for that final point-playing position. But one to keep our eyes on is Alt Maverick versus United Bosnia.
And Maverick's pushing because Bosnia's just got a pen. Oh, sorry, Maverick's just got a pen. You know, Bosnia's putting that pressure on him. So, he's not finding it too easy to stay out ahead.
I wonder where Niles is going to come out to, because he should come out in 10th.
Yeah, because obviously it's the nature of the drive-through. You're not going to have that. Oh, he's lost it! Oh, he nearly lost it going into the pits. Unbelievable! What a save, to be fair. That was incredible. I think he's just lost it. I think he's just broken mentally from the drive-through. I think it's really impacted him, and it would have been on for a comfortable third place. I think even with the drive-through, but now it's really cost him.
Well, what we need right now is a nice little SC just to bring everyone back together a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't wish any ill on any of the drivers, but I wish it equally across all the drivers. just you know, no favouritism. Just one of you, please, DNF. Oh, I will be sad, but you know, as long as it comes with an SC.
Yeah,
Bosnia right on the back of Maverick now.
Right underneath our gearbox. DRS wide open now. He should get this move done into turn 1.
Easy as you like.
Alt Maverick did have an opportunity there just to keep his nose in, just to put Bosnia a little bit off.
It's a bit of a tough one in that spot because these guys are so far behind. I'd almost be a bit resigned to just cracking on, so to speak, thinking, right, let's just work together. We're not gonna. We'll see where we are in 10 laps time, and take it from there, because there's not much point in battling too hard.
Well, it will come to a point where question will arise for Ghost Recon, because I know he's picked up a few penalties. Late into the race, he's got that 19.8 second gap right now. He could make a cheeky little pit stop and go for the fastest lap.
Yeah, absolutely. You've got Jasper. I mean, Jasper's probably going to have to pit in my eyes, as is Stephen Roebuck. They're going to have to pit again, I think, unless they do some incredible work on their tyres. As Nils now, he's going to be hunting quite a few people down. I'd fancy him to get onto the back of Jasper eventually. As Ivo picks up another pen. Oh, he's just completely cut that corner, Nils. It might serve him well in the sense that he can get a run on Dave, but Dave seems to be running very low wings. We've got yellows in sector 1.
Got Victus down the inside of DJ Mikey, and
oh, he seems to lose it.
Yeah, and well, looking at this now, who do we think is going to be making a pit stop again? Dave has just come out of the pits, I believe.
I think Jasper and Stephen Roebuck have to pit again.
Switch as well.
And I think, and I don't know, if this is wrong, apologies, but just with the timing glitches, have United Bosnia and Alt Maverick been on those tyres 15 laps?
I think so. You can check that in the race director.
Good point. I'll have a check now. Yeah, United Bosnia pit lap 1. So did Alt Maverick. So those guys, do you know what?
Sven could be on for a good result, yeah.
Absolutely. We've got yellows again. Someone is around. I think it's Invictus. There's a lot to this.
Yeah, he's DNF'd.
Ooh.
Bit of an awkward spot for him to DNF.
He rage quit because the car's still moving.
Niall's getting past Jasper there into the penultimate corner. And Smitsky with his first penalty.
Wow, he's picked them up really quickly. He was completely clean until recently, so that's really interesting. Steve-O's pit.
I think it's safe that the top 3, unless we get a safety car, should remain the top 3.
Yeah, absolutely.
But 4th down, I don't know, it's anyone's guess.
4th to 6th is a bit of a battle. Well, actually, no, because of obviously United Bosnia and Alt Maverick having to pit. Svenos Dios is going to probably be on for one of the loneliest second halves of this race ever. But it might well just secure him a 4th place if he can keep his concentration. Neil's having another look at Dave. He can't get past Dave.
Oh,
might do here.
Dave hanging it around the outside. They're still side by side.
Wow.
Oh!
Oh, and Neil's just lost it. I think that was a racing incident from what I could see. It just seemed like they
just
both
came together in the middle.
Yeah, it could have been either of them. Oh, DJ Mikey was so close. So close. What? I think Nils has given up the ghost. Gonna chuck away some points potentially here.
I mean, he'd still definitely come out in 11th.
Yeah. Or is he? Oh no, he's cracking on again. Ignore me. Completely ignore me. Well, I might have been a rage quit there, but his ghost is really getting onto the back of Smitsky.
The thing is, we got a back marker who could potentially help Smitsky defend on that back straight, and it's going to be Jordan.
Weird to see Jordan so far back.
Well, from the looks of it right now, Ryan B has lapped pretty much the top 10. He's not too far behind from DJ Mikey to start getting into the top 10 for lapping people.
Incredible. Yellows everywhere.
That's McDutch Race again. It's not been a good day for McDutch Race.
Not at all.
As Ibbo's actually messaged in the stream, Ibbo, keep your mind focused on racing, mate.
You're 4 points off you're 4 places off a points finish, sir.
That's got to be painful for Niles. I mean, at one point he was battling with Ryan B, now he's a lap down from him. As Jordan's in the wall and Stevens...
Oh, Steve-O hit him.
I don't know, it looks like Stevens allowing Jordan back through. Something.
Very bizarre. Good sportsmanship, if that is what we think it is. So yeah, he's Alt Maverick now. He's strapping on these softs, and he's going to try and get a massive undercut on United Bosnia. As DJ Mikey makes his way through on Jasper.
Right,
Sweeping too.
A few laps to go. I mean,
oh, they're double stacking.
oh, no.
Well, that's really unfortunate because Flip was actually a lap down.
Yeah, and he's just held up Swip, and Swip's going to come out.
Oh, that's a
behind
nightmare.
Niles.
That is absolutely that's horrific for Swip.
There's going to be some stern words in the Alfa Romeo team after this.
That is a dreadful result. And that's put Swip, I mean, that's put him nowhere, basically. He's going to have to do some incredible work to catch on the back of Jasper. I think Nils, well, no, yeah, he's nowhere near. He's going to struggle to catch Nils, I think. Nils has got great pace, as we've seen, even though on that worst compound, so could be a very lonely finish.
I tell you what, that gap has come down from Alt Maverick to Sven by 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Alt Maverick does have enough laps if he can keep tuning into this lead by that much.
He's going to be miles clear of Bosnia. Absolutely miles clear of him at this rate.
Yeah, Bosnia's only hope now is to hope he can make it to the end on those tyres.
Yeah, absolutely. You'll see some fastest lap stealing here, I think. And a lot of soft runners at the end of this race compared to normal. Can Ghost finally get past Smitsky? I think Ghost is running a really high wing setup or something. Oh, and he's going to. Round the outside, beautiful move. Nicely done. Up to second. Now needs to get away.
Jasper picking himself up a 3-second time penalty, and it looks like United Bosnia are starting to pull away from Sven a little bit. And that gap to Alt Maverick is down by another 2 seconds. We could still see Alt Maverick come into, at least into the penalty situation of Sven and Bosnia by the end of this race.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I mean, he could definitely close up to a degree on Svenos. I think Bosnia's going to just try and go for it, you know. I think Bosnia is planning to just run these until they pop. Which, in some ways, it's not a bad idea because he's not going to... It would cost him 2 places because now Maverick's catching too much. So there's no point stopping. You'd just be surrendering, basically. And if he does get a puncture, well, he's 30 seconds away from DJ Mikey in 8th. So
30 seconds away from Dave in 7th.
Yeah, apologies. Yeah, no, so he said he's 45 away from Mikey, so unless he got... Oh, someone's round there. Oh, it's because everyone's been lapped.
It got me excited for a second there. The game got me excited before we had a full course safety car.
It would have been a late one, wouldn't it? It would have been a really late one.
I mean, probably the worst thing that could happen now is if someone got a drive-through at this point.
Yeah, just hopefully they all stay clean. They all stay within that delta. I mean, it looks like a practice session or a quali session. The track is all completely all over the show. You know, everyone's everywhere. It doesn't look like a race. Smitsky's got a really good restart on Ghost. And this is for pure position because they've both got a pen.
Well,
Gets a good exit.
A great exit there from Smitsky, and a lovely run now coming into turn 1. Is he going to have a little peek?
Ooh. You can't do half a move. And that's what he did. It just seemed very half-hearted.
Well, this is a return to form for the top 3 right now.
Absolutely. You know, Smitsky will be very happy with this so far. Ghost also very happy, and Ryan B not driving away from the field like people expected. I think that's a bit of a misconception with him. You know, his pace has been very, you know, I hope he doesn't mind me saying, kind of mediocre the last couple of seasons. Not bad, but he's found so much pace on this game, and he's doing really well, and he is favourite for the title, and he's definitely doing no harm to that status today.
Yeah, and he's got a lot of VRS as well, but I guess that's just because there's been no reason to use it.
Nils is I think Nils there? I feel like Nils might not be there.
No, he's there, but Ryan B's right in front of him, so he's ghosting because he's a lap down.
Oh, I see.
He is going to try and unlap himself, though. He goes for it.
He's done it cleanly as well. He's done it like organically, which I don't mind. Gonna put Ryan B off a little bit, having that car just in front of you, but Smitsky with a time pen.
I think this is more Niall saying that I could have battled you here, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. I hope he doesn't get in trouble for the for the blue flags. I don't think there are blue flags waving. That's the only issue. He needs to pull out a bit.
I mean, he is doing that, so
he should be fine. Should be fine. Svenos is all over the back.
Oh, he just puts himself up the pen.
Called his name and gave him the curse. United Bosnia, unbelievable. Ooh, cool, that was a weird look.
I think he's just trying to pull United Bosnia off.
Yeah, that was really strange. That. I don't know if he just potentially he could have also just maybe outbroke himself a little bit and just kind of clung on to dear life to not cause himself any repercussions, but.
And again.
He's done it again. He's just looking in all the wrong places, I think, really, would be my take on it, to be honest. If United Bosnia manages this, fair play, because his tyres are old. Result Maverick picks up 3 seconds, and I don't think that will matter too much to anything.
But he has brought that gap down to 8.7. But at this point, those tyres are going to start to be going off.
Yeah, because he's gone on them for quite a while as well. I mean, he should still...
Around the outside, turn 3.
Ooh, Steve-O gets fastest lap. He just needs someone to... He won't be getting a point for it, unfortunately, if he stays 13th.
Well, surprisingly enough, the man in 12th right now, who's actually got a point, Mark that trace, considering the amount of times he's been around in this track. Fair play.
Yeah, absolutely. There's I'm still very surprised at the moment of Svenos not being able to get past Bosnia. He's looking in all the wrong places. He's just costing himself time. Just focus on getting on the rear wing of him and then get him under DRS. Don't be looking at all these weird...
Oh, Bosnia's lost it.
Bosnia. I think that might be a puncher. It is a puncher.
Oh, heartbreak there for the Renault.
It's worth a go.
Fortunately though, it happened at the end of the lap, so he might be able to come out still ahead of Dave.
I think he should do, yeah, should do.
And he will actually, no, he's got a front wing change as well.
This is it. So I did say, we said, didn't we, that the worst comes to worst. It's only really cost him one place, weirdly, because the alternate decision would have been to pit before onto those softs, and he would have come out behind Alt Maverick anyway. So,
but what he does have now is an opportunity for fastest lap. Very fresh sauce, a lot of VRS at his disposal,
and probably the quickest guy on the softs. No one else has got obviously anywhere near the freshness of them, so this should be a slam dunk. If he keeps it clean, he'll definitely pick up that point, I think.
We've got Swip and Jasper.
Yeah. Easily done in the end.
Yeah, but he's going to be able to hold it, keep it with DRS, but this is going to be an interesting battle on the... Well, this is now the final lap, actually.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we got Niles and Mikey for 8th place, and we got Swip and Jasper.
Niles should be favourite, I would assume, just with his tyre advantage. And I think Swip will probably just get away from Jasper. That from Ryan to Ghost has come right down. It's down now only 5 seconds. His Ghost has really been putting a shift in.
I think he's trying to build up that 3 seconds. He's almost done it as well.
I think Smitsky's actually got more time pens potentially.
And there it is, it's our 3 second.
Niels runs very wide.
Gonna go on board with Ryan B. Absolutely amazing drive, stellar performance.
What a win. Great result from him. Great result. Ghost will come over second, and that will be confirmed, I think. Yeah. Smitsky in third. We've got all sorts of people finishing. Jasper's finished ahead of Swip. Svenos now coming around. We've got Ivo, who's finished. This is like pick and mix, this order. Svenos will be happy, I feel, with his result. Coming in 4th place, assuming Alt Maverick doesn't beat him on pens, which I don't think will happen. No, it doesn't.
United Bosnia, he could get Dave on pens. I don't know if Dave's picked any up, but
he just needs to, well, if he gets within 3 seconds, he gives himself a shot, doesn't he? I think he is going to. He seems to be gaining enough. Yeah, he will do, I think. As Dave comes over the line. What's his pen situation saying? I think he was quite clean.
Oh,
yeah.
Bosnia, fastest lap as well.
So you called it, really. He cost himself a point, in effect, by getting that puncher. So not the end of the world. He'll feel disappointed.
As Niles runs out of fuel on the line. But I think he jumped Mikey on pens. Yeah, he's up in the 8th. As Ghost in the chat saying he done it, he's did it, he's got the podium.
Well done, my man. Very happy for Ghost. But Ryan B is the winner today. He's definitely deserved that win.
Just did not put a foot wrong.
No, not at all.
As not everyone else was making mistakes, Niles with that drive-through kind of took away the only competitor that he had. There was a few possibilities with safety cars, but they ended up being VSCs.
Absolutely.
Still.
I don't think it's a bit boring picking driver of the day as someone who qualied on first and kind of finished first, but I don't think we can look past him, really.
Don't know, DJ Mikey 20th to 9th, Dave 11th to 6th. Sven,
so far behind though. I mean, Sven did very well, to be fair. Sven would be my only other. Maybe Ghost as well, but yeah, that would be my inclination anyway.
Alright, so quickly run you for the orders. So Ryan B is our winner, Ghost Recon second, Smitsky third, Sven in fourth, Alt Maverick fifth, Dave in sixth, United Bosnia seventh, Niles in eighth, DJ Mikey ninth, 10th is Jasper, Swip in 11th. My Dutch race rounds out the points paying positions. And then we got Stephen, Jordan, Ibo, and then our non-finishers. Oh, there we go. Now I have to go from memory.
Craigie. DRS aquaplaning.
I'm looking on the stream. We got Flip, Invictus, Cloudy, Craigie, and DRS Aquaplaning.
Right, I am going to head off, so I'll allow you to close out the stream.
Okay, and guys, that is going to bring an end to round number 1 of Season 4 here in Division 5 for the League of Europe. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to drop a like, and if you're not subscribed yet, chuck a cheeky subscribe down. Make sure you follow League of Europe on all social medias to keep up to date with what is going on within the League of Europe. Until next week, I've been Everbin Mike. I've been joined by Eloise Mark, and we'll catch you next week.
See you guys.